are the overarching themes, energies, circumstances coming up for Scorpio? All right, so you have conflict in reverse. Conflict in reverse. Interesting. So Scorpio, I feel like whatever situation you were facing, okay, it's like you're now seeing sort of the wrap up of it. Things may be calming down. You may feel like if there was any tempers that were flared or flying, right, people are starting to cool off, right? The situation may even feel like it's sort of winding down, cooling off. So it may not even be something you were directly involved with, but something you may have been around, okay? So you could have been in the environment where there was a lot of conflict, strife, or a clash of opinion, right? You could have been part of this conflict, but for some of you, it feels like you weren't even really part of it. You were just kind of on the sidelines of it, right? But you were just in the environment where this was occurring, okay? But whatever the case may be, it has ended, okay? So you're seeing the sort of wrap up of this situation. Yeah, a creative endeavor. So this is it. You may have been putting your energy, your efforts into something else, okay? And just letting the situation sort of die down naturally, okay? Yeah, so that's where I do feel like for some of you, you weren't even really part of it. It was just something that was happening around you. And instead of getting involved in the chaos and the drama, you chose to channel your energy, your efforts into something productive or something beneficial, something that makes you happy, something that uplifts your spirit, rather than being a part of something negative and low vibrational, which is good, okay? All right, so let's see more about this for Scorpio. So I definitely feel like going into October, you're going to be probably less focused on the external and what's going on with others, and more focused on possibly like something that you have invested interest in, okay? So this could be like a hobby, a passion project, some kind of creativity, like it says with a creative endeavor, okay? Yeah, so it's almost like that becomes your focus, right? And maybe sharing some kind of skill or talent that you have. Five of Swords in reverse, exactly. Five of Swords in reverse. You didn't participate. I'm telling you, I felt that because I was like, I don't feel like you're in the middle of it. And we got that here, right? With the Five of Swords in reverse. Like you didn't miss anything. You didn't lose anything because you didn't participate, right? You didn't participate. It's like, again, where possibly someone or several people could have tried to pull you into whatever the situation was, you diverted your attention towards something that you actually wanted to be a part of. So it's like you just pulled away from certain people and put the emphasis and focus on doing something that was actually beneficial for you. Something that actually makes you happy instead of a situation that would make you miserable. It's almost like the energy of misery likes company, right? And I think that's what you recognize. Like, oh, these are just miserable people that have nothing better to do than argue amongst themselves. But instead of getting involved, I'm going to draw my attention towards the things that I'm genuinely passionate about. Things that actually uplift my spirit rather than bring me down. So that was the smart play, okay? And if this is something you're navigating away from, this is the best course of action, okay? A lot of you, I do feel like this is something that is dying down. But if you're still sort of navigating around that in the month of October, then the best thing you can do is pour your energy into the things that uplift your spirit rather than that which brings you down, okay? Tell me more about this for Scorpio. Yeah, King of Swords, exactly, right? Rational, logical, right? Critical thinking skills, intellect. Seeing it for what it is, okay? Right? This is transparency, honesty. Yeah, being very clear on where you stand, right? You may even find that in October, when asked about the situation, you may just be very clear to the point about what happened or how you felt about it or what was going on. Stay in your peace and keeping it pushing, right? It's almost like to close the door on it once and for all. So if anyone tries to come around and try to get you to express an opinion or get involved, right, with the shenanigans, whatever this is, I feel like you're just going to be like, I'm not interested. I know what this is. I know what you're doing. I know this was going on. I don't care. I'm focused here. Like, it's very much that, like that, you know, very matter of fact, okay? Because again, you see for what it is, right? So you're being wise, you're being discerning. Yeah. You're not down with the BS, that's for sure. Yeah, 4 of Cups. Like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. All right, tell me more about this for Scorpio. 9 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're not losing sleep over the situation. You're not. You're not losing sleep over the situation. You're not worried. You're not fretful. You're not concerned, right? About the opinions of these people or what they were trying to do or what they want you to be a part of or what they want you to say. It's almost like, you know how you have a neutral party and then you may have both sides trying to get the person to choose a side. It feels a bit like that. It's very infantile, right? It feels very childish. So if you have experienced that or you are experiencing that where you've got people wanting you to pick a side and get involved, I just feel like you're not doing that. You're just very clear, or you're going to be very matter of fact that you're not interested, okay? Because again, you know where your energy and your attention is best spent. And that is on something that you're very passionate about, okay? Something that you may be very, very gifted at as well, very talented at, or a talent, a skill that you're cultivating, developing, okay? So you may be putting a lot of study, time, hours into mastering something here, okay? Especially with that King of Swords. If you have any mind of furthering your studies, okay, when it comes to whatever this skill, talent, gift is, it's worth doing so, okay? Because you may turn it into some kind of profession, right? With that King of Swords energy. It's definitely giving the energy of well-versed, well-skilled, very knowledgeable in something here, okay? So again, much better use of your time, okay? That could even be why, so that could even be why this is happening. Trying to distract you from something here, right? So if you know there's people in your life that serves as nothing more than a distraction, that do nothing but gossip and argue amongst themselves, that try to pull you into that, but you know that your focus, your energy is not at that point, at that level. You're focused on cultivating, creating, building something for yourself. Pour your energy into that, okay? And if you lose these people as a result of that, then that's only a good thing, okay? Because this would do nothing more than serve as a distraction, literally. Because at the end of the day, they've got all this time to have all of this fuss. It's because they have nothing better to do. You do, okay? So put your focus on the thing that is actually of benefit to you, okay? Yeah. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. Sorry, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, don't feed it, basically. Don't feed the situation. You don't owe these people anything at all, okay? So if there's any trying to, like, if they try to guilt trip you into making you try to feel bad, that you're not engaging with them, that you're not spending time with them, you know, that you're not giving something to them, don't, okay? Because at the end of the day, you don't owe these people anything. Yeah. So there is a bit of like entitled energy here as well. I don't know who you've been around, Scorpio, okay? I don't know who these people are to you, if this is in the workplace, if this is, it feels like it could be a group of friends, okay? People in your inner circle. It could even be both, right? People that you work with, but also friends with. But honestly, I don't know if you can consider these people friends. Yeah, because they're not thinking about your well-being. They don't have your best interest at heart, right? They just want you to be part of the BS, right? Like, who has time for that, honestly? So if you know that this is what's going on around you, and they're still trying to pull you into this, or they try to guilt trip you for not getting involved in this mess, then you know what to do. If they want to stop talking to you, that's fine. If you want to distance yourself, that's absolutely fine as well, okay? Because I just don't feel like you can really call this a friendship, okay? It's very imbalanced. It's just very childish, let's put it that way, okay? Ultimately, where you're operating, how you're functioning, and where you're headed is a completely different path, a different level of being, of consciousness, than where these people are operating, okay? And that's just the reality. Scorpio, I hope that does help.